Today I'm going to be working on the installation of the SC Sport 200 as discussed in my earlier videos. As you might, I'll probably post a link underneath this video to give you an idea of what it is. Upon the preparation of the tools and required items for it, I ran into a small problem. This would be the item in question. As you all might know, or not, I'm actually from Europe, so we have European wrenches and European sizes in wrenches here. Now, the kit standard comes from the US, I would say, and the first thing I ran into is that my tool set doesn't actually fit. Now, me being working on outboard engines, and I've been doing this for a while now, I happen to have a few American sizes. In this case, the 7/16 would be the required wrench. And this is quite a nice one. It's got a little ratchet on it. Oh, sizey, squarey thingy. Not actually sure what to call it. Let's call it bendy. Now, it's supposedly going to rain in a bit, so I'm going to have to try to hurry this up a bit. This is the SC Sport 200, which is going to be installed here on an older outboard. I'm actually going to leave it as is, hoping that it's going to fit somewhat like this. Yes, that's the idea. Now, I haven't quite given instructions with the entire thing. They have, however, given me a template inside the packaging. So, I'm going to take the template out of the packaging, which is very flimsy, obviously made out of paper. I'm going to take it out, see if I can actually make it work. Like that. The thing is, trying to get it exactly centered. And I'm running into a little problem here. As you might see, my cavitation plate has been altered somewhere in the past. I guess I tried to make it look better. They probably burnt a piece off. They've got some gauges on it. I seem to have the right. You can't get it quite centered. Right. So, as I was stating, right before my son rudely interrupted me, I run into the problem that I can't quite get it centered here. There's little marks on it. You might or might not actually see. It should help you get it centered exactly to where you want to have it. Now, my biggest problem is that it's been altered, so these marks on this side and this side don't match up. So I'm gonna have to, kind of wing it there to make it fit. Hurry trying to get this ready. I actually forgot a marker, so I'm going to try to make a little scratch on it. Hopefully that'll be enough to actually drill the hole. Now this looks about center. I'm going to make it, some work on it, where the hole should become, it should be made. After which I'm going to obviously double check it. Just to be sure. Right, I got interrupted once again, so this time I decided to run back in and actually get a marker while I was at it. So I'm going to try this once again. Get centered. First time. This looks about right. Now, one thing you gotta keep in mind here is there is a edge here which will not fit quite nicely on my outboard. Because if I put it too far, it will actually rise up. You might be able to see. So I'm going to have to put it here. Now, I'm trying to mark them off again, considering I didn't get the holes quite right. What a big difference there. Let me try this again without the working on it. See if the holes are actually centered, which they are not. Oh. Try this again. Again, trying to center the entire thing. Oh, try this again, see if this actually fits. Now the holes pretty much line up. It looks to be pretty centered as well. I tried to wing it. Actually, there's a little hole. There's a little hole. And wing it from there. Make this right. Usually my drill doesn't fit quite well, but I'll make it work. Almost do. It's not big enough, but at least it's well enough to actually try to see if they line up. Which they do. And which means I can move on to the larger drill and actually make it work. Make them a little bit bigger. Now, as I mentioned before, if you have watched my previous movie about this, there is a clip for it. It's called the sports clip, if I recall correctly, which you can use to attach this to your outboard or your drive, your stern drive, without actually drilling holes. I drill holes, feel safer. It's an old engine, it'll work. Make it work. So I'm not too worried about it. But if you're, keen on your engine, you might want to get that clip, which is about the same price as the entire unit itself. So I'm a cheapskate, and I didn't actually want to spend the extra money on it. So if you are not like me, get that. It will help. Now, it doesn't actually say where the washers need to go, so we'll look again so you can actually see it. Place the rubber washers on the cavitation plate with the thin ones forward and the thick one's rear. I'm going to assume it's going to have to go somewhat in this fashion. And then the washer will be at the bottom and go like that. I doubt that's actually correct, so I'm going to turn that around. Again, just simply winging it, seeing if this will work the way I think it should work. Just not sure where the rubber washer needs to go. But I think it needs to go like so. I'm not going to tighten it yet, so I'm going to pre-fit it and see if it actually works. Which it does. So anyways. So my camera ran out of space and I decided to go manually. As I further the install, I made some pictures after I figured out that the camera quit. So I'm hoping to explain it to you anyways. The rubber washers I talked about, the big ones need to go into the back, which is furthest away from the boat, and the small ones need to go in the front. They go in between the cavitation plate and the hydrofoil. Now the large bolts go towards the back, and the smaller ones go to the front. You tighten it in a cross-like fashion, just like you do on the nuts of the car, on your wheels and such. I tighten them, I check them, make sure everything was safe and sturdy and the way it should be, and then I check them. They need to go on it and tight, but not over tighten it. It won't come loose. Otherwise, I know I kind of, I'd say screwed up on the film, but I'm hoping you still got some information out from it. I will continue more on this later. I will go out, take the boat out, and show you all how it works. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time.